Hey everybody, welcome to another whiskey research episode of Trenny and C. Today we are going to show you how to age your own whiskey, and in this case, in a miniature oak barrel.
1 liter barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned after this to find out how we do it.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Okay, we got this little miniature oak barrel. Brand new American oak that's just been freshly charred on the inside. We got this from, what are they called? Oakbarrelslimited.com. So thank you, Hannah Piper, for sending us these little barrels through the mail. So what they do with these barrels, or what we are going to do, is we're going to fill these with a relatively lower shelf whiskey and age that for approximately, I think, about a month. Because when you are putting whiskey into a smaller barrel, the surface area is larger, which makes it age quicker. So if the barrel was much, much, much bigger, then it takes a long time to age it.
So we don't need years to see some kind of impact here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I kind of think you could test it every week and see where it's at. Yeah, so these guys, this is the galvanized metal. You can get different types. There's a black hoop one too, and they're all charred on the inside. So as you saw just now, when you fill these up with water, you got to kind of shake them and rinse them out, and you see some of the black char come out, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So what we did is you soak this with water, warm water, for approximately 72 hours, 48 hours, until the wood swells up enough so it doesn't leak. So we've done that. It seems to be airtight, and I think what we're going to do is add a little bit of whiskey in here. So this should hold a liter.
This is a one liter barrel.
Yeah. So I think we may as well go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So we just remove the little stopper, little cork thing there.
Just got to say one thing before we do this. It's kind of cool. It's got like this little spigot here that you twist to open this way and to close this way, and it comes with a little stand that you can sit it on, and it would be probably a pretty cool thing to bring to like a party, you know, your own kind of aged whiskey.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, am I correct? We can get up to 5 uses out of this, or
approximately, yeah. So the more you use it, the first time you use it, you won't have to age it as long because the char is fresh on the inside of the barrel, and so every time you use it, it doesn't get a little. Yeah, it doesn't soak into
a little less impact.
Exactly.
So we're using the just regular Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. We've got a 1.14 liter bottle here, so we might not get it all in there. And this is the first time we've done this with whiskey. So
exactly.
We'll see how much it takes. Make sure she doesn't come spurting out somewhere.
Yeah. Kind of do it slow. Oh, it's starting to come in. That's good. So yeah, you can get these again on oakbarrelslimited.com, and you can get a variety of different sizes. And we are thinking of doing this as the bourbon first. So what will happen is it will kind of be a first fill bourbon barrel that if we wanted to age a scotch in it, it would have that bourbon feel to it. We have another one that we're going to actually coming soon, put some sherry into it, so we might be able to finish it off in a sherry cask. Kind of interesting to do our own little experiments here.
So basically, we'll have our own aged. We'll have our own aged Tennessee whiskey, technically, and then we'll have our own aged sherry, and then after that, we'll end up with a sherry cask finished Scotch or a bourbon cask finished Scotch.
Exactly. And so, I mean, when you get these barrels, they're not specific to whiskey. You can age any spirit in them. Preferably some new make spirit if you can get your hands on some. But the other thing is you can also age, say, vanilla inside of it or different things like that. So pretty cool little and well priced, I gotta say. I think they're about $65 online, which is pretty reasonable. Yeah. So I think once this is full,
a little tough to see how close
yeah,
we're getting there, but
so in coming up episodes, in about a month's time, we will review the product versus what's in the bottle. See the difference between the two.
it's kind of funny because it doesn't look like it's going to hold very much, but it keeps taking this, no problem.
Yeah. Where is it at?
Yeah, we still got a little bit
Got
to
room.
go there.
Yeah,
We might be finishing off the 1.14. This thing might hold a little more than a liter then.
yeah.
Either that or Jack Daniels isn't telling the truth.
Yeah. The size of this is deceiving.
I think it's going to take the whole 1.14.
Yeah. Where are we at? Cool.
Yeah, it's getting close. Well, we're going to finish off the whole 1.14 of Jack.
Might as well. So what happens? We could be using a higher proof alcohol, which is probably a smart idea normally, because this is just 40% alcohol.
There it goes.
There it is. That's the end of it. But what happens is the wood is very porous, and it evaporates over time, and the alcohol content diminishes. So because this is only going in there for maybe a month,
Yeah.
it probably won't evaporate as quickly. But is it pretty much to the top? Oh yeah, I can see it. Cool. So this is kind of part one of this experiment, and we'll see how it turns out. I got a little glass of Jack Daniels here. Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's not full.
Yeah,
Right?
might as well sip along. You gotta drink whiskey while we're talking about whiskey.
Yeah. So we're really excited. It's a neat experiment. That's why we do whiskey research, to find things out so that we can tell you, what our experience was, and you can make a decision whether you're going to get your own little barrel too, and you can turn, a regular bottle of Jack maybe into something extravagant.
Yeah, a little bit of a nice oaky wood influence. Now, having said all this, is because it was filled with water, I did some samples of just the water with the oak influence, and it's interesting to see what that oak influence actually is in a whiskey. So if you get a chance, I would suggest doing that, and then it gives you a good benchmark of how oaky and woody different spirits are. Yeah.
Great.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for checking us out. Again, trennyandc.com.
Check the playlist. If you subscribe, you'll know when we do the follow-up video.
Exactly. Cool.
See
Cheers.
you next time.
Trenny and C.